So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken from about the 12. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
That's around 26-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Throwing now is Lance. He'll spot Eskridge open left side. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The Rams go nickel here defensively on third. Man, trouble trying the middle here. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on fourth down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
And look at this. It's a fake. And this is caught. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a first down. In motion goes the tight end. They go up the middle with Chubb. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Lance. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Throwing his Lance on third down. That is caught inside the 5. And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Chubb is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Here's Lance. Well, Lance throws the interception, his 3rd. Hooked up by Jesse Bates. And the Rams are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get him next time out.
And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. First down. On 1st and 10, Herbert. That'll be caught. It's caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert sliding out of the pocket. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect. And try
to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted. And the Saints will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. That's back-to-back drives that have looked pretty good. The offense was moving the ball, but in both cases, the defense comes up with a big INT to get off the field.
How about the layers of intrigue that continue to get added as we watch this game unfold?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Meanwhile, Herbert's throw taken in by Samuel. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Saints 5-yard line.
Gonna run the sweep here. This is Cup. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Cooper Kupp with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. It's complete, and he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. From the 10. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
From the 27, Lance. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Here's Lance to throw it. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, New Orleans. Mecole Hardman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints get a late score here, the final minute of of the first half. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it makes the score 21-10.
Saints 10.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he is out of bounds here on the return. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. On first down, Justin Herbert. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And got his man complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Robbie Anderson, 75 yards. And the Rams will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they went. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Rams are going to take over at their own 41. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator, but my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate. He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. But let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works, sometimes they're ready for you, and that time, they were on guard. Incomplete.
The slot man in motion right. Eluding the pressure. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this will be taken at the 13. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Well, the Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here, as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Going up top for Kupp. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Whenever you see a quarterback break contain, just think to yourself, the receivers on that side of the field, their number one job, make sure they get in his sight line so he can try and find someone downfield. Guys on the backside, make sure you don't give up the deep ball. They tried it there. They weren't able to connect.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. That is caught by Anderson. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 down at the 33. Herbert's throw here hauled in by Kupp. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Eckler. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Tommy Tremble, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Rams take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurting this one. No, okay.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
But partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it.
There he goes, left side. 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Mecole Hardman. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Saints are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to 18.
Saints 17.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he is out of bounds here on the return.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there for LA. 63 yards.
63 yards to gain on the play.
Play action. It's Herbert. And he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. They'll look to throw. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a two-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Chubb on the counter. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Lance going to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. A give running right is Chubb. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 54 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Let's go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lance. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Benjamin St. Juste. And the Rams will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Now it's Herbert. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Herbert. He's got Cooper Kupp on the slant. A little juke. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Back to throw here, Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Open man is Anderson. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
It's a gain of 25 yards on the play. Complete to Bobby Anderson. First and goal.
Oh, how about this on first and goal? He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a third down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Chris Barnes. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
What a stand there defensively. They force the third and goal, force them into what they think will be a passing situation, and then they make sure to lock up all the receivers and come away with the interception. Sounds simple, but that was really well done.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Lance. And his throw here's incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Right through. Ready. Ready.
Desperation time here. Lance over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. They'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. And Lance now to throw. He's got his man. That's Hardman. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 33.
First down, New Orleans.
Red, cycle. Ultra, ultra. Hut, hut.
Throwing now is Lance. And now here is another interception. And the Rams are going to take over at their own 41. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. This is caught, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Branding convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to, because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Up the middle, it's Chubb. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. And not much running room. Down to the 32. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Lance looking to throw it. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4.
A gain of 4 yards. It's now 4th down.
Striker, 3-3. Field flat.
Lance and company going on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, they came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the 4th.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early, but give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of errors for themselves because they were the superior team. They took care of business and closed them out pretty quickly.
So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and they were really helped by their defense forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for L.A., they climb to 6-2 on the year as they close in on the midpoint of this 17-game schedule.
Yeah, that my Brooklyn, go see Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, good to the reality, we still outside. Mine on the richest, heart in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boys stocks on the rise, Charlie, this flex know they ready. See, we went on the ride nobody wave, we the ones who started with it. Translation, Yanni had to buy, Yanni had Yanni hits. This goes so hard, even the ops go with it, That's how you know we lit.
Trust, mean taking no loss. We be the hottest on the scene. Gemstones from the dust. Big dog, pretty leash. Where's the love in the streets? Pour my heart on the beat. See that blood on my sheets. Yeah, when we ready, me hit it heavy. I zoom out the pride of my people already. Them I see Ellie. Me, I'm just sharing my journey. I'm thankful that people, they hear me. Tribe of Joseph, I'm ahead of the bunch. P5, I was starving for months. A running cut team, but on my pockets, me need my DNA. Baby for lunch, but we call me a star before BBC. Don't take a lot to get rid of me. Me and them no get the same. Me and them no get the same. Oh, I died, they gonna know who the name is. They say I move like I'm nameless. Cause I only got for the money bags. And I don't really wanna be famous, man.